Today, the 20th of May, 2020. We can here for make we can lay an important issue on the table. Even though this particular issue, we hear say they don't retract them and then they go work on them. But however, now then we hear. But people in the ask question over the leaked constitutional instrument document where the Attorney General then they try for put together where then they use for set up an emergency fund for this COVID-19 within a salon. And the details them where the insider leak document there, you know, look one for favor. The one we go make we get a better Sierra Leone. Because waiting go give we a better Sierra Leone. Now Sierra Leone, we people them, we play with the country in money can able for be held accountable. People them we play with country money, emergency or no emergency, then go be able for held accountable down the road. We can able for ask them how they spend the money and then for able for tell we how they spend them. However, that like document there, in no one fiber like say na show them be one worker with this particular COVID-19 emergency fund. So, we see the document yesterday, and this morning, the Honorable Kandeyum Keller be day 98.1, because they be write something, and that thing they give away right can leak. Well, the one the way they leak the wire. We not the media, I go say fine for we small, because it they make we aware of the things them where they happen underground. Although some people they talk say this leak document I test them one test the water for see if we go accept. But because people are raise concern now make we say then look they go review the documents again. But we'll go on to that one day. As usual, COVID-19 is Sierra Leone, and this is serious. And because of that, we can always try for give the update na this platform. And this na the COVID-19 update for today, the 20th of May, 2020. Today, we get 36 new cases. Yes, 36 new cases. Now we get positive COVID-19. And if you break that 36 down, Bombali get 1. Falaba get 1. Kainlaon get 2. And Western Area Urban get 32. And then they give you a total of 36. So if we check cumulatively, 570 confirmed case. Now we don't get now na salon. From the 31st of March to date, 570. Now we don't get. Currently, the one they within an isolation center where they respond to whatever then they give them if not treatment now. Now 331. 331. And for the past 24 hours, from make we get these 36 new cases, now 196. 196. 196 tests now them be conduct. Yeah, I see today, a lot of people, they miss the 36 for 34. Because I even see Usman Toli, they say na Facebook right now, say na 34 new cases. If you go back to waiting Solomon Jamiru Gi, you go find out say na 36 new cases, and they break down the way Gi, where I gi so na 36. 32 for Western Urban, 32. Kailau 2. If you add the 32 and Kailau then 2, na 34. Falaba get 1. And Bombali get 1. So now I make them to 36. And we see today people them, but let me go back until we can stream them. You can go back and check them. You can find out in at 36, 32 for Western Area Urban, 2 for Kailau, 1 for Falaba, 1 for Bombali. And the number of tests them now be 196 test them, 9 them be conduct we give that 36 total day. The recoveries, we don't get a total of 205. 205 total recoveries, 9 we get. But for today, we get 38 new recoveries. 38 new recoveries. And if we break that 38th day, FBC, 36 people now they recover from FBC Isolation Center. 36. Then Lunge Isolation Center, now 2. 2, now come out Lunge, and 36, now come out FBC. We give you a total of 38. And if we come to the number of deaths, today we don't get cumulatively 34. Remember, yesterday we not began nothing, and we'll be still team up at 33. But one person be die of COVID-19, and then tell we say, now 46-year-old male, and that particular person then be transferred from Connaught Hospital to 34 Hospital. From Connaught Hospital to 34 Treatment Center. The 46 year of age male, we lost in life to COVID-19. We pray say, in soul go rest in peace, with all the other one them, we don't lost to COVID-19. And if we come to the one them where they in quarantine right now 1,978. 1,978. And the one that were out of quarantine now 2,944. 2,944. And for the cumulative cases then, if we want to come by gender, female now 273, male now 297. Make we come cumulatively by district. Bo 24, Banff 13, Bombali 14, Falaba 4, Kailau 12, Kenema 24, Koinadugu 2, Moyamba 4, Putloko 8, Pujeon 2, Tonkolili 4, Western Area Rural 45, Western Area Urban 414. You are the Agba, Western Area Urban. And we still get 3 districts then when I get no cases. And then still team up side and team up. That's Nakambia, Karene, and Kono. Kambia, Karene, and Kono. Then then still later I say COVID-19, they no go enter the premiership of COVID-19. This now the update on the figures them for today. And what do you think say needed for be done? Every day we go to ask this question. Every day we go to ask that question. They say, what thing we think say the government for do, or we say for help for propagate, for make people and go understand say COVID-19 real na salon. But however, we come to our main topic today. And our main topic today, now the leaked constitutional instrument document, where for one reason, a leak. And waiting be right today, now for set up an emergency fund for COVID-19, waiting for guide this fund here. How this fund here for worker and how enough for worker. Uda for be answerable to Udat and Uda not for be answerable. Uda for ask questions, say, Paddy, how you spend this money? And Udat not for ask question. But certain things then they will be raise red flag. Will be make certain people and raise eyebrow. So, I think say, even though an update to that we say it has been withdrawn, even though it not be going the other side, but they say the NEPA make some changes them param. But however, that kind play itself, we no want them. So, we can't talk about that. Well, Honorable Kande Kolem Yumkela, he be there this morning na 98.1. When you listen to this, you listen to waiting Dr. Kande Yumkela say, waiting he raise concern about. You agree with him? Or you feel say, oh no, you not necessary. It's just one of those things. Then cable do I know say an emergency and all those things. Or you feel say, I think say this one na red flag straight off. We don't want this one. Make a call to Usman Tolly. Make we hear waiting a makeup of this. Yes, Usman Tolly, you get the platform, sir.
Thank you very much, Triple A, and thanks to KKY. Very, very interesting. Very, very interesting. I get a lot of interesting things them way I take away from that interview day. But quickly, let's just comment on the COVID-19 statistics. Well, the statistics somehow look disappointing today, unlike yesterday and the day before yesterday. Today we get, as you say, we get about 36 new cases. But one interesting observation we get from today's statistics compared to yesterday and day before yesterday is this. Today they do large amount of testing than yesterday. Today I think they do about 196 tests. Whilst as yesterday, I think they only do about, 85 tests. So I think it makes sense if the EOC can come up with then statistics there and tell me the exact number of tests we then carried out. So we will map them out. If not the number of tests we then undertake, now make the number high. So it will make sense if then we give you an update on the number of tests that we then carried out. So I believe say the high number of new cases is due to the high level of testing we then carry out today. So that now the aspect of COVID-19. Okay, now we move on to the main issue here. Thanks very much, KKY, for bringing this leak document now we attention. Although instead of leak na your hand, because we actually plan for bring them public to we at this point in time. So we will thank you for the effort for bringing them out. Okay, just for the one that we missed the interview, we KKY do with 98.1 FM, I will just quickly give a general summary of what in the entire interview they're about. Well, after His Excellency the President don't declare a state of emergency, state of emergency, public health emergency, you know, they approve, Parliament, they approve them, but subsequently, they be supposed to meet back in the Parliament, let them go make regulations. Because, you know, once declare state of emergency, you know, get the principles, regulations, the way they guide how to go about that state of emergency. And a good number of the people, then they ask, what in the state of emergency they about? What are we supposed to do? What in that? You know, so then we're supposed to go back in the Parliament to go sit down and draft regulations where they guide the state of emergency. But as you are listening to KKY, nothing of short. They don't adjourn on about 210. So there is no regulations where they guide this public state of emergency, the public state of emergency. Basically, that's not the main idea behind the whole thing. So what can happen now? Instead, a leaked document come out from the AG, the Attorney General, where, you know, give you an holistic regulation. It just comes with a piece of regulation for protect, I will say so, for protect the interest of the government. Because when you look at what the regulations is all about, I think it's will just protect the EOC as well as, the government. We look at that. Okay, now look at the details of this leaked document. Nothing imply. Basically, two important things that we KKY highlight. We have very sensitive issues then. One, we talk about in terms of acquire a property from the public, you know, for the sake of the COVID-19 response team. They can acquire them, you know. But the question, the point where KKY they try to make is this. If you go take a property, it can be anybody in property, it can be a member of government property, they will not spend so much money on them, large amount of money on that property day, you know. So, meaning, if you don't know that get that property day, you just go acquire them, no regulation all day, it means, you know, there is a problem with accountability. That are the first thing I want to. And the second one, where KKY the pinpoint, which is more important now, is this. Then say the EOC finance team can spend money, they can spend money as much as possible, At the end of the coronavirus, all they need to do, then they will present income and expenditure accounts. And the source and the application of these funds. So the money come out and how they use that money. Now you know the administrator, they will present in a parliament. Interesting. I will tell you now why it's so interesting. The interesting point is that we get a Public Procurement Act as well as a Financial Management Act. Say any money where they spend, they get for go, or any expenditure where any MDA, wants for spend, they get for make sure they go through the procurement rules, the procurement contract. So then they try to make a shortcut so that they don't go through those procurement contracts. We will explain the implications then later. You know, the other thing again, this same one talks if any other law they will conflict with this action where they want to take, you know, then would declare that regulation the null and void. Okay, well, let me explain what they try for talk now. Yeah. All they try for do is that they try for escape accountability. They don't want the account of how they spend the money. Perhaps they will argue, because I listened to Obi the other day, one of the major problems where they may get during the Ebola crisis is that because of emergency, some phone and they will get for spend them. We wait past the approval, go through the other thing, then you just want for spend them. And in the end, sometimes, we will go through the accounting procedures. So maybe they try to protect themselves along that way. But that is not the way things work. Now make them they call for let them go back to parliament, for let them go deliberate on this thing. But even if they're not able to go to parliament, one other interesting point where KKY make is this. That's not a modern age. We get technology. We get computer. You don't need for let all the people who are going to parliament go sit down, because you want to use down there as an excuse, say, due to the state of emergency, we will go to parliament for go sit down, for make regulations and all that. But this is in this day and age, days of technology, anybody can now also do a conference call, then deliberate on those issues. They're not even going to parliament. They deliberate on these issues. So they're not going to use down there as justification for going to parliament, for going to make regulations where they guide, the country and safeguard the country based on accountability and transparency. That's the argument where I feel say KKY they try for making a year. Okay, let's jump on to the main analysis. And why would they do this? Would they ask some questions then? What thing that they try for hide? What thing that they try for hide? Why do they make things so difficult for themselves? Yeah? You go take shortcuts. I not say it's difficult. There are certain times when they will need money urgently for spend. But however, it will be much more easier if you draft your own regulations then you call on members of parliament who will deliberate on these issues. Then you will able to protect yourself. But by you coming with a small piece of regulations, then you want pass them at the expense of transparency and accountability, I think is problematic. Yeah? So I get a question about that. Okay, the other thing again, the money they say, then they put this money on a separate account. That is the money they get from COVID-19. That money they put it on a separate account. So later on, the administrator, where the outbreak ceased, the administrator will go to parliament, will present a piece of paper explaining how he spend and how he not spend it. We decide money come outside or come out. The question of our axis, we get a consolidated revenue fund, the single treasury account. In this dying age, yeah, we get sophisticated software then, yeah, where they check which side money come out, who that puts this money, when they take time on all that for the auditor general for bigger audits them on here. Why, if you need the government, they don't talk to, all the money for the register in a single, consolidated fund, single treasury account. Why they make things complex? Why for God set a separate account? Although they can argue, say, well, this now a fund for emergency, for carry out operations. But again, that it is a suspicion. There's no need for that. For me, I will argue so. Put on the consolidated fund, that the no side this money come out, and which purpose it did it for. It's very easy. Because all the money that they will and they pay now the consolidated fund. It register to the name of the person or the organization will put that money there, or whose department, yeah, whose agency, yeah, will put that money there now that consolidated fund there. So I don't know why then they make it difficult for go set up a separate account. I hope say they're not going to repeat the mistakes of the Ebola. Because the public outcry during the time of the Ebola, it damaged the credibility of the government. I hope say The government is listening to we. We all see the massive demonstration will take place during the time of Ebola because of the issue of transparency and accountability when it comes to the Ebola fund. And therefore, be very mindful of those things. At the end of the day, when all this is over, then therefore we'll give account of how every penny, how they spend it. So there is no hideout. There is no place to go hide at all. So it's very important for them to understand that. Okay. Okay. So I think that is the key point here. So for summarize this, we call on the government. I don't say they don't retract. As you say, they don't take them off the table. Maybe then they go make some adjustment for them because they don't see the response of the public, especially so putting KKY down laying a table. We all don't listen to them. There are issues surrounding accountability and transparency. Yeah? Which are the key elements here about how we are going to get account. This is a public fund because any money we give towards coronavirus and a public fund, we will therefore give account of them. Everything we will spend. We will feel it's difficult. Yeah? We will therefore devise a strategy. Sit down with other colleagues then. Now make the opposition there. You know, sit down and arrange how we will go about for create a platform inside we will get transparency and accountability. So I will stop here. I feel say the main issues in this way I just want to bring on the table. AAA. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Usman Toli. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Kuka Utaisatu, make we yeri, waiting a get for we today. Yes, Aisatu, and congratulations again on our virtual graduation. COVID-19 turn boy picking pauna. So that's we go see we after COVID-19 because we know say go down. We go see how the celebration go. But you get a platform.
Thank you very much, AAA. And good evening to everyone. Good morning to other places. You know, yes, indeed, we have to do a virtual graduation today, but at least it was acknowledged, and we'll move past this. You know, this not a time where we say it don't hit everybody. COVID-19 really don't show say, you know, in-game power. So because it get power, and we as individuals, we are people in this globe and our country, Sierra Leone, we all for really stand together, we for come together as one, for find ways that how we really get rid of this disease and no say this virus here. So, you know, it just they rise and look the number that what they deal with today, 570. 36 new cases, and then we don't get a total of 34 people. We don't die. You know, this not a very scary moment. This not something where, you know, they make anybody happy. You know, really, Lord, see how best we will, you know, fight this virus here. So for stop the chain of transmission. You know, we continue for talk to the people in the country. You know, Lord, do this for we nation. Lord knows say where this virus or with this illness or this pandemic done, we will go back to a normal, you know, routine than what they do, you know, on a daily basis. But at this moment, the government need we. At this moment, the nation need we. At this moment, we need each other. We need each other for no say the war of the fight, not a war of the invisible, right? You know, they don't know anybody, and a virus it will only grow within a host. Right? So Lord know that. Lord, take the measures and we then don't put in place, which he said we will continue for the preach this because we want for everybody adhere. You know, hand washing. If you don't get water, you use hand sanitizer. Face mask. Social distancing. Now they don't even get a new study yesterday while we watching at CNN. Say, you know, even that 6 feet, then he said the virus, if you get them, it travel past that. You know, so now new study, Randy. Every day something new they come about. And that's why it's been so long. They don't even know exactly why this virus it is spread at such a rate where we say, you know, Even the scientists, they question themselves. The epidemiologists, the virologists, they find it very difficult. Where we salon people, we salon people, we beg, we ask, Lord follow the laws them, and with the government back, we ask the borders and the lockdown, the district, the things that always they need for putting in place. Let them reinforce this. Let them make sure that people are going to put in a quarantine, then they give them the treatment what they deserve. For take somebody out of in your home and put on a place we're not conducive. And I say that now a way of treating an individual. Where they treat person, you treat them in a holistic way. Ask yourself, the way I treat this person, is that what I wanted for myself? If that's not what you want for yourself, definitely the other person does not deserve that. So that's now one thing I feel say then get for look into. And these 570 people, them, we don't contract this virus, yes, and 34 people, we don't die. And then most, we don't notice, say, Connaught Hospital, they end up with so many deaths. Million questionnaires. Waiting at the problem. Do this hospital then get the necessary resources or means for ensure, say, they will control the virus or take care of them, people and give them the supportive care where they need? Are they monitoring them? You know, or maybe not because they not get the resources there or the materials there or anything where it be say you go do and try for save the person life. Now that I feel say then they lack. And that is scary. It's really scary for anybody for imagine. Somebody that die now in need adulthood. You see, life really doesn't wait for you. It could happen anytime. So the young one there, where they all feel say this now a virus way just come maybe now a few moments they spend now. No, this virus is there for us. We just get for no see now a new life. But we follow the measures them, we will put under control. But when it comes to the money, what they talk about right now, with this leak and the communication between the members of the parliament, I feel so I agree with Dr. Kande Keller that just because you know they go in an office, not mean say you know go meet virtually. Like we today we get a virtual graduation. And half of the semester we did it virtually. But we still get work done. So then self can do the same thing. At the new life and at the new moment, now they deal with this pandemic. So then therefore come together, have a discussion about how best and where we use this fund for improve the lives of people in our country. You know, me as to feel say, this fund, because we know so the healthcare system need great improvement. We go be say it will increase the life expectancy of individuals in that country. They need to find ways how they will use the fund for make sure so they either find a better hospital for the nation, where they say people are not going to travel out of Sierra Leone to go to other neighboring West African region. Doing that, it's money. It doesn't bring money income into the country, but it takes it out. You know, and if we get better hospital system, then they create jobs. The job not only for the physician or for the nurses or other people that wait just to take care of people. Other job sectors than they. When a clinical engineering, you talk about accounting, any form of work within the hospital system. So I think say we government need for really take their time and really know say they utilize the fund wisely. And to be people them, we want to all stay alive after COVID-19. So with a big one, yeah, if you feel sick, you sick, now for reach out before you transmit the virus to another person. If you talk for 1 minute, loudly for 1 minute, and you get the virus, you just spread them. And now the 6 feet is not even enough again. You need more than that. We know still within an environment now, with country, where you get so many people in the share rooms, or they share a very small space. But law improvise. Law improvise on how best we will make it happen. And law no say it don't begin to affect the kingdom. And it affect them, it come with so many complications in a heart condition. Where they say vaccine they out there to help kids. But now with COVID, there's no vaccine. There is no cure. All you can get, hydration, inflammatory treatment. If you get pneumonia, then treat the pneumonia because of the complication where they kill people them. And it also cause blood clot. When they'll say, if person there, you get it on a mechanical ventilator, then they turn you routinely, it put you at risk for blood clot. So many of them things that they happen. So for me, triply, I just hope the government use the funds them for the right reasons. For no say we country deserve better. For no say we country, it's about time that we begin to see it's about time to succeed. It's about time to move forward. And together as Sierra Leoneans, we will support the government to make sure we do this in the right way. And all those of you out there that know you can afford it, Lord help, Lord support people that are the country. If you didn't have salary, you get money, go out, see who that need help, share your wealth. The wealth is for you to share it, not for you to hold on to it. Because if you don't, if you die, you're not taking that with you. The moment we understand that, it will help. And for now, I just want to say, best of luck to the country, best of luck to people them, and hashtag Salon for better. Hashtag Salon for succeed. Hashtag Salon for overcome COVID-19. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Aissatou. Thank you. Make a bring in us friend. Make we hear waiting a get for it today. Yes, us friend, you get a platform.
Okay. Good morning, good evening, and good afternoon to everyone. Depending on the day. What we just want to forgive tonight. First of all, regarding waiting and see them disbursed in the first initial stage, we then get this public health emergency in a salon. Initially, before this emergency come up, I think from what they say, in principle, they say now 6% that they allocate for anything for do with the health. But ever since from this thing don't come out from March, April, since going on, they will now increase up to 14% in total of the government the revenue that they get towards that side of the public health. So we try to assume say they don't increase more spending on the health than adjust the average we then see, according to what they say now some of the press release. But what I want to do highlight here, the main thing we realized we go on in the first place within this COVID, this EOC task force, and the one day we did at the back, when the individuals who they dispose the money in terms of the ministers, them and others that we involved. Now, not to a simple transparency, but now like a vague type of transparency they go on. Then just they try for use, at least, let us say, just like they get a syringe, you get the needle. The needle line just they go in the skin for transfer the medication. If not the muscle they get more, or if not other method they get through the skin. Let us say that one day. The medicine itself, they inside the syringe. He left to the syringe for pump. The more you put that siphon pressure, so it go. If it a slow process in IV, it goes slowly. But in the end, now waiting the syringe they get, and the syringe them back, the needle back. Sorry, the needle they get, the needle them back. They by sizes. You get small needle them. One have something for macula. They get some the way big, depending on the they use for mix. But why I pull this illustration? Now, like the EOC itself, one of the person where they talk on behalf of the COVID task force, there is some transparency, they go on. Decide and what then they dispense, which is for dispense, then you don't do them sometimes unknowing to them based on few platforms, then what they don't ask a few questions, which is the answer. And I'm not going for blame them because I point them for can represent them from another duty where he did. Instead go trying on, but what they want for try encourage no more. Let them try get this unity also. We go day. Where it will be just like a single flow. Not only you they control the syringe for administer through the needle. Let it just be a single flow. You get situations the way that go occur in any country, but not to when they say emergency. This now is a flow of everything they have to do. Then they start them, they organize and they say now this boss, now this will for the. Then the man said when they go to Nabli for they go talk. If you go face the media, you go know what they tell them. So many things they don't occur, like even the Madagascar issue, when they go order them, you don't know when they dispose the money. Then they ask them about this. The only thing we know now, and when then they said they try for restructure now then they try for breakdown areas they wouldn't see them don't they spend excessively for bring down to a minimum. And even the minimum is not disbursed because then they take hotel for keep people them. Who said them they isolate them immediately. But then hotel then they spend so much money now then they try for use all within our hostels. And the main hostel, like the Flobe College, where they get more than 150. Who are the only help they now Vicky remote. The water system pass again for pump from one dam through to one private generator. The generator, not to all take they work. One generator not work, they not go get water. Now they not request for buckets. Vicky will try for organize all this. Instead, they get the fear, say, if I go give this, what thing will happen? Then go use the money based on this short course what they don't do. So what thing we want to try say no more? While they go review this year, let go make it work in their mind because they might not get to it, hearing we voice them now, but they might hear it in some way back. So let them try say, let we involve without involve. If we involve her, let it know what it would they do. Not to me because I don't like that mandate, then go get yonder. Or me say for me on selfish and not to alter, I go tell her, I go just do so that me say go get me on good name. Then they say, oh, now the minister I don't give the okay, let that Madagascar come. What about the spokesman? Then at the final one where they deliver the thing, una go deprive them, una go starve them. Let not be a starvation of information to them. So that one don't want me just one for a light on that one part day. Then the other side, where I feel say like wouldn't they do so all? And they try to tell them, say now, even this money where they don't spend for that, not to their fault, I'm not going to blame them, but they try to talk of leaders that would don't at the place, where some ideas that they wouldn't before don't use, for let them go develop, we don't make sure they want it. Then we don't get this idea of that similar one with this Madagascar, they do so. Then we don't get them, and then you only be more advanced, wherein, like when they say drink one cup Shekuture. Okay, sometimes at 10 milligram that cup they get. Sometimes you need 1 milligram of that quantity of the shekuture they don't boil. But because they don't do a reshat on them, they go able for put her in a quantity. Say take 1 teaspoon equivalent to 1 milligram. So therefore prevent certain diseases. But then take her, they throw on one side for them, forget about them. Take this, they will do so, then put different people there. So the time would have not even go and they said they don't even make money by then. That was years back. He's talking about 25 years ago or 30 years almost. Say to that time they would have left all these things. A lot of people in come, they initiate the idea and do them. So now just that idea, just one for put up for that section there. And regarding the COVID itself directly, the only thing why they try for CCA and they get problem now or not. Now I don't know if you don't begin to buy the idea now or not. But now people they don't go keep it. What they're supposed for they on a different side, then they bind it together. I think today the other die with they say now the death, one of the death, then a corona and pull and care at 34 from what they say. So I don't know now they try to move them away from the corners, or then they try to get designated areas they wouldn't just put them separately. But when they bring them, they don't get already sickness there, then go just mix them up and then say they cry. But the only good thing will not get passing it. We get the sick directly, symptoms scan our hospital directly for die severely. We don't know if then they do research later why would they get more discharges. And I hope students will notice that one day why this person here is will they discharge more people based on the admission, so that we will use the sample for future reference we'll go for research before we come for give the raw data sometimes in the near future. I only hope they get for, they buy this idea. So in that times of area day, then the area of the transparency, I want them to come and let people let them know, see, first, the reality is there is COVID, the COVID, they exist. And let them go follow every procedure what they need for follow. The most immediate one what they go for follow, not just the masking because of the population what they get. Even though they say they don't go to that lonely, then they try for go introduce them back that spacing. They don't move some people around. Where they would enter one side and come one side, but not affecting the one that they walk. Then the one the way or back they do in that place, at least say they on the verge for introducer. But I hope say then go able for achieve this and the people in back will understand say the basic thing what I will do, as long as I contact any side, make I wash my hands properly. Then I'm your contribution. Thank you very much for giving me the platform.
Thank you very much, friend.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, thank you, sir. Make we bring Belford. Yes, Belford, you get a platform. What's in your contribution?
Yeah, to good evening and good evening to all. Good evening from where Usamide to all the family in Sarah Network. You know, let's start a brief one. I'm not saying 3 minutes. Let me just start with the COVID. Today now one day where I feel bad. You know, I feel bad for this Sierra Leonean. You know, from this morning I watch the news. I watch AYV. One guy, Professor Njai, I don't know him. When he speaks, you don't know say he understand the issues. I listened to them Vicky Remobi they live today, this evening. I think they do needs assessments in a few centers there. Because are the basic thing the way for sustain people and life them. Now zero, they're not there in the hospital then. They're just not there. Then I ask myself, what's gonna be the rationale? I don't know what's the rationale for low get military reporting for EOC, if that was the right thing to do. Because I think this EOC, they don't even understand the subject matter. They don't even understand the gravity. Because if the basic thing the way for sustain people their life in the place, they're not there. It's a sad state of affairs. And most of the people the way the diaspora can say, Salon people on Alicia, on Adia, it's not about only the people. When they get to the hospital, if the service not there, the treatment's not there, my brother, it's a disaster. We're in for a long road, past God canon for Kayapun other country, honestly. Then the issue when the leaked documents. You know, this is one of the good things of social media. Because on social media, me could know them thing there. You know, it's sad. Made a look at from the angle of the Attorney General. That woman, I remember we're going to Parliament for that state of emergency day. He did promise he they go make the regulation and bring them back. Akemta. This woman not come. He no bother. We're in some countries and that's a huge problem. You know, people like they blame president, the executive, for that country go before. The executive get for do the work, the legislature get for do the work, the judiciary get for do the work. And this woman don't talk say if without mincing my words, he don't go lie say the cow this year back, he knock out and then look to it's so disgraceful. If not somebody will get any amount of respect, any iota of respect, if not some country they resign. You know, when this COVID begin, this is what people are talking about. Kagame. Kagame not get too aid. Kagame not a magician. Kagame, the minister, when COVID begin in country, he helped minister when a woman also. He sack him because he lied. He said he sack a minister because of lie, indiscipline, and carelessness. And when at this team, when that part of the waiting they go on now, Kagame sacked the minister of health when a woman because he asked how much test kits the woman said and get 3,500. Where in actual fact it was only 95. It's a woman. But you don't go now. Let me say, for example, we single action can cause problem in that country. You don't go see the regulation table in a parliament and discuss them. What if this thing not be leaked? Then this thing go pass. You understand? Corruption issues for the day. We would have had problem with accountability and people are for eat money and people are for they die. Just because of a singular act of inept. She is inept, in my own opinion. Because as the AG, your job is to advise, even if presidents, even though say, as people and they say, quote unquote, now waiting they want, now the minister and they want for it money. Your role as an attorney general is to advise the government, is to advise. You say they can go. And people are saying they don't want to commune in parliament. Yes, now you get Zoom. You can do that. How come they're not for commute? How come they approve presidential appointees then these days? Because I make to understand, say they approve some of them. They approve presidential appointees them. You know, so imagine if this woman go to parliament or talk anything there, people of Salon no go trust her again. The issue about governance is trust. You for make people able for trust you. If this woman go talk, say, I dey make law, I dey count and back, who will believe him? Who will believe her? Sorry. They're not going to believe you. So if everybody doing work at that country, if you know an EOC, now they're in charge of quarantine center, for example, like you go there, you say this thing or this thing or this, you not go allocate resources there. Why people are not get passion for this country? Why people are wicked so? If now woman we get, if now Attorney General, because I'm not call a woman, because we're not chauvinistic. If this woman really lacking job, if she's a professional, you don't give word, you word for be born. I'm coming with these regulations. I'm going to table them to Parliament, and they are going to be deliberated. And you never showed up. And then this thing will come. If not somebody will get an iota of shame, my God, if I resign, it's a shame. It's a shame because the three arms of government, even the parliamentarian there, if we get Parliament, they will work themselves. I'm telling you this. Before them go sit down for approve them presidential appointees there, they will say, wait a minute, what we be supposed to meet on their regulation there? If not, people will elect the country. So the three arms of government, they don't know the work and they don't know passionate about nothing. Right across the board now, this country, leaders, they don't get passion. Because if now your mama begin at that hospital, they die. You go care for say, let all thing day. If you watch Vicky Raymond in live, what you do the thing that we find out, in fact, finding thing needs assessment. It's a shame with all the money over here. Look to the, I think now the World Bank said they give $200 million across African countries. So monies will be coming in. And still, the basic thing they way for day for sustain people their lives are in all day. Then this woman, you go, you say the couch documents back. If not so for this leak team, if not so the Julian Assange who gets in a salon, the kind they will get, my brother, will not for no thing there. And people will believe, not so president, you blame them. Now, they say procurement, even in crisis, the procurement laws get emergency clause them. Waiting for do in terms of emergency. Even our war front, they get what they call rules of engagement in the midst of war. Salon to banana republic. Let people left for the court corners and floods. You Attorney General. So you cannot do that anywhere in the world past Salon. Thanks to the main contribution, Andy.
Thank you, Belfort. Thank you. Yes, caller, you're live on air. Your name and who you call from?
Yeah, Triple A, Nami.
Yes.
Hey, Triple A, share. Good afternoon, good evening, good morning. In this house are all family, which are we all day. Triple A is now.
I don't know if my headphone you use or it is on sorry, the background not look correct. You know the sound.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Now my headphone, sorry. Hello, you hear me now?
Yes, carry on, sir.
Okay, yeah. Sorry, pa. Triple A, this na Ebola all over again. Like nobody not make any mistake. This na Ebola all over again. And I want to disagree a little bit with Mr. Tully where he say the mistake where APC them be do. APC make mistake. APC not be make no mistake. Then what them they do be well calculated. Then we know everything what they do. Now the same Anyampi they don't come back to. APC that they make mistake. Everything they do pada Ebola money they now be premeditated. Now we don't get back so. And this when I go tell me back. JJ Safa in handed it. You know what in the go. That guy did corrupt, like crook. From where go past paper, then undercover paper, then a parliament ready for let them just the give a mother bill blank check. Now we don't know say that guy did a very crook, a big crook. So that the same people, they don't know the same people, they all they do the same thing. We'll go talk, sit down and talk this again 2-3 years from now. Everything, how it pass, line by line with Ebola. Now, so this back there for go. Take it, they know they tell me it's waiting go on with that $7.5 million. Where they say they're the Minister of Health in hand. They didn't even talk about that money. Who said that money don't go? Nobody need to talk about that. Then people here, they know what they do. They know exactly what they do. Number two is, when they talk, say that other death about the lost count to the COVID, the one death today, now a 40-something-year-old man. I mean, I read now your website and they talk say that other man, the community call his name, that other man will die now Tonko Lily, that former education minister.
Yes, they say it was exactly. But this one, I'm waiting and tell we today. That one, they are doing question and answer and then they become on a do.
Let's see trouble. But the in your team don't go, let go before. in the go answer. He do all the work the way we do now, in the go answer. Now one thing, then guy, just the quoting the why they do so. Why see that yesterday or day before yesterday, somebody sent me a WhatsApp. I put a WhatsApp back. I do not feel one sorry for him. I not feel sorry for them. I need to feel sorry for them all. In fact, myself, we got to take them. Let's punish them first before they take them all. This government and the past government, if they can kill all one green day, God take them all one green day. I need to share 1 tears. But now me own contribution no more for that today. But then people are the same thing. Judges if they check and good, in hand the police. Because we know what you're capable of doing. Anything we can for rap money, now be your head, is good for that. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Omar. Thank you, sir. Yes, caller, live on air. Your name and who side you call from?
Yeah, it's not Mike. I call from Philadelphia.
You get a platform, Mike.
Yeah, I'm trying to find out who are they in charge. Who are really they in charge of this COVID money and this what thing they go on at the country? Who are they in charge?
In charge of who hating?
In charge of the finances of the COVID. You're not going to be the finance minister for they in charge. They're going to put somebody else in charge. Who are they in charge?
Well, I don't get answer for Dandy.
Okay. Me want to ask. The other day, I've been read some of the news. They say they go buy 30 motorcar and 100 bikes. Who said them pull that money there for go buy them motorcar then day?
Well, we don't know it. We go know when they really publish them because that one day back now something just come on a do, but they say na through Ministry of Finance. So we still wait for make things them unfold. We don't know if it come up at that 7.5 million would then be say then put aside or we don't know. But we know so with time we go know side that money they come on.
Man, I tell you, man, them people they don't care about we people, man. It's just this now. We just give ourselves some heart problem now this place here, and they don't care about we people. You know, when we get somebody we care about salon, we love salon, the true salon, we care about salon, and they tell we go see salon better. But not just waste of time, man. I don't care how much you talk, man. And then they come and go. We're anti-corruption. Who's anti-corruption? They want to step up right now. Like, man, waste of time, man. I don't for talk about them people, man. I completely don't, man. All right, man. I'm your contribution.
Thank you very much, Mike. Thank you. Yeah. Yes, caller, ID live on air. Your name and who side you call from?
Yeah, this is not Ayo. They call from US.
You get the platform, Ayo.
Yeah, I just want to hear some of the things the way Belfort said, which is true. But one thing you should understand is, when they talk about government, yeah, that's the way government's supposed to operate. You know, in the intellectual sense and the practical sense, that's the way government's supposed to operate. But if we realize, say, what they deal with here, you know, they operate that way. Talking about the AG is a political appointee. You know, so again, for dance to the tune, you know, in order to come and just run mouth and try for change stuff. Again, for work within the guidelines, then where the government tell them for do. And if your immediate family then sick, you not worry about them going to Connaught Hospital, they fly and go overseas. So these people are not working in the interest of the people of Salon. You know, I took it the other day. I say, when the party say, when this group comes, then chop, then go. The other one comes, then chop, then go. I'm really bring them into the forefront about this 7.5 million we they say they receive from World Bank, where they say they go open the minister, they keep the money for other COVID projects. What other COVID projects? You know, they say they will put all the money in one account. Then now, dollars now they go into separate accounts for another COVID project. That one day for the only billion of people then yes. This is not something which will surprise anybody, you know. That's my contribution.
Thank you very much, Ayo. Thank you. Yes, call ID live on air. Your name and who side you call from?
Yeah, me na Alusain London. They call from London.
You get a platform, Alusain.
Yeah, thank you very much. The talk first about this virus. I like the spirit of Aisatu, what we use that, hashtag them, and, that show a positiveness of say, it will be over. And, yes, indeed, it will be over. I like that positivity there of and, say, not only Sierra Leone, but today the WHO say, since where the coronavirus starts, and today they don't get the highest number all over the world. And 4 key countries that we get involved, we get the highest. So when we get large number of, people that we contract them, me are not surprised. The only thing no more way we continue to say, with the people of Sierra Leone, both home and abroad, we will realize that this sickness, let we not just left and give the well-body people them, or neither the government, we get a greater role for play. Government, we don't make an announcement. Let we respect that. Maybe if we respect that, I will try to take them precautions in there. It will work. Social distancing, any they operate in Sierra Leone. And the majority people just they do it in a while for do. Because they don't believe say the sick day. Or if we take the precautions them, like we were there, and I still repeat, and we were there in them part of the world here. Since the time where we government they announce, we all take them precautions in there, and we they abide by them. But when we reach to we now, so man they say Sierra Leone and we don't use this kind of system from 19 Jubilee and not go possible. But this now for health purpose, this now for just the time being, not to permanently get for happen. So whatever privileges where you be done to get, this time you get for deprive yourself. What you make because of the sickness. You don't have to think about human rights violation because this not sickness where they want to let it go, so we shall go free from the trouble. But we still make Trangais na Sierra Leone. If we continue with the Trangais, now rain season, me another time for talking. This is rain season now. At the end of the day, we always, we blame the government. We say government they do this, government they do that. The master service people no, they do this, they're not good, but in job, blah blah blah. But we need to give ourselves advice because we ourselves get a greater role for play. At the end of the day, if it worst, they way they before, so none of them no go suffer. So this is why, because you are below, you get to take precaution and follow the directives. And I come to the other thing because me, anything where they say like where they say not confirm or like something. For example, now this is just a leak document. I don't want to labor on that too much because, it's just like you talk something where you don't know actually if in reality. Or even can the Umkela say, it not be supposed for come media, but because of he send this message and then at the end of this message don't go viral. So it's like, he's not sure. Now see, he see something, but he not sure. I believe say the Attorney General, now very, very credible somebody, and not to salo no more documentation in the leak, but if in a true say a leak, and a true say in a reality, we they ask them, say, do ya make them not repeat again what be don't happen during the Ebola time? The money, where then they give, yes, like for example, the motorcar where them buy, the bicycle where them buy. Me for answer the caller with the accident, then buy a motorcar. Of course, now the 7.5 million, now they didn't go pool because that money, and we don't see on this program. They don't give that money only for go buy Panadol or paracetamol, when a medicine only. They say for the coronavirus. So they use that money for different purposes. Them. So me at the big, when they use this money for a purpose, let we not bring question for say, why they go buy a motorcar? They say, well, we also pull the money. The 7.5 million inside they don't pull that money. So we all realize that one day, using that money for buying motorcar, not for cause problem for we. The two way they cause problem now that if you then do the right thing with the money, this na me problem with them. If then they do the correct thing, if we not do the correct thing with the money, fair enough, we not make people suffer. Because if you not isolate people, we not look after them. But if we not get the money and we not take we not say we not go buy motorcar, it's good. But food back, we not buy for people, we not give people. So that the victims of this sickness not go suffer hunger and the sickness. then they bad, then dead, then they trust me. It's dangerous. Okay? If you demand the revenge, and then dead, and the way die, the revenge, they come back. So we they ask the government, let them make sure, see, this money they use the correct way. Now, ain't no more what they say, but in terms of the leaked documentation, me, I want to say something about, but because I'm not confirm, it's good to say, now reality, I don't want to say anything, because Yellow Hammer don't expose now, we only for the European, for the Brexit, Yellow Hammer, the book what they make for tentatively in case for worst scenario of the Brexit. They say it leak, we're here on the news, blah, 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 blah. At the end of the day, government will know nothing again. Nothing again, you go quiet like a dandy. So we don't know if it's somebody they try for score now or somebody no one try for score. But we they ask the government, them money are within the video, let them put them into good use. People then just tire for different things about money with the kind of salon we need to make use of. And thank you very much, sir.
Thank you very much, Alusain. Thank you, sir.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
And yes, caller, you there live on air. Your name and who the call from?
Yeah. My name Masa. I call from Monaco.
Yes, Masa, you get the platform. What's your contribution?
Yeah, thank you very much. Me only for be short. I want to bring your attention to something where I want to investigate regarding the late man, where they say that Dr. Mikailu. We will learn from no city today, say it been positive of corona. If he been positive of corona, why the government, because they get bury a team, this man don't die. Why the government allow 4 people them go take him for go bury, and when they get bury a team? So what did they bury a team there for? So I really want let you investigate that matter. If not true say the man being positive of corona, and why the government allow people them for go bury the man when they get bury at him? Now my question that one day.
All right, thank you very much, caller. Thank you. Yes, caller, you're live on air. Your name and who the call from?
Yeah, me concerned citizen. The call from North Carolina.
You get 3 minutes, sir.
Okay, sir. Yeah. In accordance with this thing when they talk about na salon, this will don't begin as since Ebola time. Then people are waiting kind of office. The thing when they forget about are the masses. They force them with them kind of Ebola, then distribute to all parliamentarians, all ministers, for let them go to their communities and sensitize people. Nobody no give accounts of those money. And they misuse the money, they let them go free. This system don't come back for this coronavirus. What do you mean they say, and what do you people can go understand in the future? Salomon, if this thing we don't hit we seriously, or all for don't take us serious. But what are the things they tell people in a salon? I don't believe say this sickness here, it in a salon.
No, we need to give that particular one day. Okay. You can make your statement, but we're not to promote exactly. All right.
Okay. Because what we are the come with anything and the idea and the now the political effects and effects, instead of they help the masses for let them do their job, instead now 2 political parties they can, then they accuse each other, then they satisfy the people and let them fight, they don't know how they disburse the money. So what now they need for them people they kill themselves for political party when they don't know what's in the go inside. Some of them people also will know what's in the how they spend the money then. Why make them spend upon resources so they able to know? When I give accounts, when I buy motorcar there, when I buy Honda there, when I give accounts at the public say, based on this corona fight here, we don't buy this Honda here, we don't buy this motorcar. Instead, now link that they get from other people, the other source, where they leak from their own camp, they send out. That means the fight coronavirus, people in the world, we all see America now, we all see the other countries, they hide the kill, hide the fight for the family, for let them save their life. Now the politics and they put before, instead of fight for the people, for let them save of coronavirus. Now, could they say some of people are in the confused at the wall, when they doubt, when they send messages there, na salon. Some of we what they doubt about the thing. Look how that work come work. I know how they fight for save people alive there. Salon they make a joke. Then they make a joke. Then if that thing hits now Africa, the WHO don't say then the mass people there. Because America, yeah, how many thousand people are they lost for the day? Where are they talk so? As I enter this morning in our hospital, somebody lost in life. Then Africa, when they play out and they laugh, and they make music and they sing music and they laugh. They don't know what's the real thing. We see the hospital, how they porous. They don't able to do nothing for say people I go use and find. They see what someone go wash your hand first before you take your gown up. You don't wash your hand and take your gown. Like you don't contaminate the same thing back we don't get. You don't go pull your goggles like face. You don't wash your hand. So all them things they all, you don't at the center. You dey commit anything and they. Now so they transmit that thing one by one. Not be realistic to the people. Look, cannot affect the if you not affect the first corona, not affect corona, don't forget about politics first. But one thing they send Lima they convince people with the APC, then they follow them, other party and they follow them, the youth there, where they don't disgorge and they follow them. They at the same time, then they disburse the money how they want disburser. When nobody know they give account of. So now then say they once look at. Let the youth then, let the people at the salon, let them take and say, with that money they send so, now for save the life of Salonian day. Not of go fetch their own pockets. Now for fetch go to barrels.
Thank you very much, caller. Thank you. Yes, caller, you're live on here. Your name and where you call from?
My name is Famoro Kuroma. I call from Algeria.
Yes, Famoro, you get 3 minutes.
Good morning to everybody, to all listeners. Well, like me, concern, we are the ways now concerning this new case where we get from Falaba district. Like for the past days, them now, they ask for how Falaba district and Koinadugu district be able to get them force index case them. If I come the people and kind of outside and come out something about up to now, we will get response to that. And with the big if, then go to give them reports then then they give by districts. And any districts where they give, now we will get the chiefdom where they able to discover the patient from. And I want to know if, like for Koinadugu district, if they get any isolation center inside the district headquarter town. If not them patients here, then 2 patients then take them to Freetown. I want to know that, sir. And I will happy back for know if then case they are inside the town or now the surrounding villages there. But that's not my own concern. I would highly appreciate if them go to give on down them for any case reports we didn't get, for any case we didn't report, but we didn't call the districts. If now any children inside the district, let them call the chiefdom in name where they able to find that case day. So I believe with that, back then they able to find this coronavirus more simple than no more than go they say Bo who sign a Bobo big. We don't know the right district. Why was it the right chiefdom inside Bo or either the village? And so like let them go they come with then thing and then back let people and go they know this actual place we say this patient are then we will discover this patient. So at least then we the contact tracers then maybe they will go able simple for them. Because some man will be able to come out and say me are relative to this person, everybody will be scared. But I believe say if them call that the chiefdom and the village or either the town or the area, at least maybe somebody go there in the corner, we go sabi posting around the way, maybe go get somebody where in know within that area, the way go get access to that, way get close contact with that person, where with that person they hide himself, through that person the contact tracer, then we will get a call from that person, we will direct them say, so person I can see and this person here, but like if they're not able to tell with anything and they not go easy for make the contact tracing would be nice. So like my main contribution that.
Thank you very much thank you. Yes, caller, you're live on here. Your name and where you call from?
Hello?
Yes, you're live on here, sir.
Yes, truthfully, this David Katie, I call from Virginia.
You get the platform. 3 minutes.
Thank you, sir. Yeah, truthfully, I just want to ask 3 questions today because it kind of a little bit frustrating in the morning when they do the COVID update. Like I don't try to ask a couple of questions. I don't make points for seeing if they can able to forgive audience that they doing the update. So I mean, they try for ask how you think say that they do for select who that and then they choose for then at the Zoom calls.
The Zoom call. Now, I think everybody will put their hand up, and then they choose. Now, then they call name. But however, we get somebody, Naya, when I whose friend, I think they listen right now, and go convey all the messages then for we tomorrow, where people then on they ask. And we hope sure say whose friend go convey their messages there. Yes, I be see you, we be the ask question today. You can just ask them then whose friend they listen and go convey the messages them.
Okay, thank you, sir. Well, one of the questions I want to ask, now the fact that there is a rumor really going around for say the healthcare professionals them, what you take care of them people them, the healthcare professionals and then they get paid. I mean, I guess for disagree with one party caller where say if they don't give 7.something million towards COVID-19 and they use them for buy vehicles, that is okay. I mean, to me, the paramount thing for do with that money there will be for take care of the people them, more they take care of the sick people them. I mean, for buy motorcar can be okay. Maybe later on, like would they see say, okay, things are going well. But if they get doctors, they get nurses, where do they put themselves up front for assist and try to fight this battle? Instead of they use $10 amounts a day for pay them people and they give them more energy for let them able for offer themselves, then use the money instead for go buy motorcar and nothing shit and they right. The priority look backwards. The people them where they fight the fight that they're more supposed to forget this money, yeah. And also for include the one that were in the quarantine. When they get reports them of people and then they run away because they're not quarantine. Because if I know say they get for can quarantine me where I don't test positive, I go rather run because if Usan they get for go quarantine me, police and soldier get for them in the month and I get for find way for it. I mean, these are all basic things the way the government for put together. For let people know say there's no threat in you being quarantined. When they quarantine you, you can able to forget your food and water and need no day for like panic. I believe say some of the people where they run, not because they want for just run, but if they get for cancer suffer because they're quarantined there. I mean, why should I blame them for running? Yes, you will call back and say these people should not be running, but I mean the first instinct for human being and for protect yourself. So many try to provide food for the people that were in the quarantine and many be very honest with the nurses and doctors and when they now the front line. The other point I want to make today, AAA, now the fact that when they do the updates around financial updates on the Ebola, there was one particular minister where they in the midst of everybody. Even though they get comments for let people put on their mask, that guy simply just became lawless and not allow himself for wear the mask. And if they talk in the middle of everybody, the Minister of Information, the other ministers, everybody else will get your mask. What if make this particular person with a left arm, they continue for talk? Somebody should have said to him, you need for mask up. Everybody else now don't mask up. But then, if not civilian, I mean not civilian, if not ordinary citizens may do that one day, they're very quick for let them beat them. But you as minister, now you're supposed to be an example where other people have for take. You go sit down there, you know they mask up, people and they tell you that they remind you, you still insist to continue for talk. Oh my God, let God help you. Finally, I want to ask waiting now the role of the Attorney General. The Attorney General not to in as the lawyer for the country, not to in for the fight on behalf of the people as well, or if for only side with the ruling government. I'm not able to understand how I do. Yes, now a political appointee, but it's supposed for seek the interest of the citizens. I don't know if I get them wrong, but somebody can throw a light on that one day. But let God help we. Let God help Salon. But the way how things they go so far, a very, very, very frustrating. Now, I always say, them two parties are now the same people. Them. May God send for we somebody who will really feel sorry for the country. APC and SLPP, yes, they don't rule all these 59 years. Now, the fruits of what they don't do, now would they reap so today. So it's about time then bench them two parties are. Let God emerge for we with another party where it's really the people and go for sorry for them. How can you hide all communication like this, Attorney General? Like how the last caller been say, if now any other outside country, like now money for don't resign today. If waiting and they say not true, because this is a complete disgrace. Let God sorry for Salon, and I hope say the office of the Attorney General, it is there to seek the interests of the populace. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much, Dave. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Yes, caller, you're live on air. Your name and where you call from?
Yeah, hello, Mina Val. I call from Germany.
Yes, Val, you get a platform. What's in your contribution?
Yeah, the contribution is I don't observe the whole time and the whole thing about this coronavirus in Sierra Leone. I believe, say, from the government taken to the people and the low people in the country, the minorities there. Majority not take this coronavirus serious. Make us start first from the government. This coronavirus, we don't they far away the eggy bottom. They not ever make anything possible or any necessary good preparation for the coronavirus. Say it don't come, say they hit people and they kill people and so. Then look at the motorcar with them by people and they say it's fine. Yes, it's fine for buying the motorcar. But for me, I think say not SUV. We all know how exorbitant the price of SUV is. Not all this now hard times. We all can understand. Now hard times the country they go on just like any other country in the world. You know they misplace the priorities there. You hear people where they na hospitals they will not get medical kits then. You get people where they na quarantine centers they will not get it for it. I think you for manage that money. We don't need SUVs now. It's fine for buy Amos Okada, Amos Motoka, but not SUVs. That money they, if we don't left, they able to manage the situation, people will get what they left for it. I'm telling you, the two they are listening to Bikiremo this net. They make are able to torment it today. They make are not able to sleep and they make the first call they ever make at this program here. They get passion. They get passion for the people that the country where they because I they believe and because they go day and night, they go to the different quarantine centers there, and they go to the different hospitals there. So they know exactly what they happen. I wish everybody would go back now in page and listen to Bikiremo. You know, things that were not supposed to kill people and they kill people. Then they go and pass yes and they justify for buying SUVs. Small thing here. You go see doctors who don't ask, say, I want this. The doctors not go get it. And we'll see them go keep the doctors there for 6 hours. For small thing will cost 100,000 euros. Just because to me own perception. Because they don't say they're going for much per 100,000 euros. So they will just go keep the doctors there waiting for TV cost 100,000, 200,000 euros. But when they say TV cost millions of euros, they go run for go procure. Quick one. They don't get them. I believe that some doctors then from the time when they don't begin ask for certain things in the hospitals then, where they talk about board, they not get even certain things then 000 where you show it. I believe so from the time where they don't begin ask for anything in there. So the time where they procure their SUVs then they. Some are not ask for things then for a longer time than they procure their SUVs then they. But since they not even get state, since the people are not even and doctors they not even get every tool they need for the hospital dates. But very fast, they don't go procure SUVs, they don't reach at the country itself. You know, because they get more for them, big procurements, and they get better for them small procurements. Then you come back to the people at the country back. Someone not even believes themselves coronavirus, first of all. So the politicians, then the government, they take how you take yourself until they take you. If you take yourself, say your life is worthless, then they take you back, say your life worthless. The politicians, they don't care about the people in life there. because they see them say they are folding. Because you don't see over the wall how people then die. They still feel say coronavirus story. So the politicians, they don't just take that kind route to them on and say, but yeah, if they die safe, it no matter. They say not care for their life. So then just say, do what they get for do. So I believe say everybody get for take change in attitude, the government as well as the people there. Because if they don't go die today, they go to hospital. The politicians are not care whether they get ventilator, whether they get medicine, they don't know more. When God's ready for take your life and take your life, then you go. They don't even care. All what they care about for me, they get that procurement where they go forget money, who say they go put it in their pockets, you know. So that's my contribution and the way I get, yeah.
All right, thank you very much, Val. Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah. Yes, caller, you live on air. Your name and who side you call from?
Nami?
Yes.
Yeah, good evening, Tripoli.
Yeah, you get 3 minutes.
Okay. Now, Musa, I need to talk from Island.
Yes, Musa, you get 3 minutes.
Okay. Thank you for giving me this platform. What you made to try to talk, mainly I talk about those, the nurse, the doctor, then we don't put the life front line for the people then for Salou. And now this has been the talk. And this has been the talk earlier before coronavirus began Salou. I say these two people, these two parties, now I'm not to support these two parties, this APC, SLPP. Now the same people there, and they don't destroy that country up to go to 60 years. There's no progress. If you see what to go on now, then they go buy motorcar, then they go buy Jeep. Within the give donation for say let them give this for fight the coronavirus. Instead for take that money, pay the doctor then, pay the nurse then. Now the doctor don't take more than how many months they don't pay them. They do not go on strike. The allowance they will forgive it, they don't give them. Instead, they go buy Jeep them, then they try for drive down in a city. People in the way, then they go take people in a quarantine. Put them inside the quarantine, they only give them food, they don't give them water. People they suffer. Which side we salon, which side would they go? Now this question we get for ask yourself. Which side salon get for go? Now this we talk every day from January to December. We talk about these two parties then, but we talk about them, people they begin say, oh, you the APC, the SLPP. And we will know the support, why they talk so. I try for you put this yearly force, because I know the support none of the party. Because then two parties there, and don't deprive with grandpa there, with papa there, with step self. If we bring them back, and then party then don't deprive them back. Because nothing will get for happening back for people there. So now the incident thing would happen. You know, front of people there. Then they buy Jeep, one man they see there. You know, even the nurse there, they say, we said the sit self, now one man go speak. You know, they don't even get place for sit down, a dirty box. If you need to remind they stop them for making the nurse sit down, they don't even get chair, we said the sit down. People who work as a front line, when they put their life for front line for people there. Before they take that money, give them for 34, let them fight for this coronavirus and they do. So I don't really understand. We just alone care for go. This would they talk. Me, I make sense now, not even call because now this would they talk every day. The politician then this and they just make sense. They say they don't hear. Now so Emma since they talk, they know then they make sense like say they don't hear. Then they hear, but they just say no even care about the people there. This is not the problem. They don't care about the people there. They don't love the people there. They don't love the country. Even the president, Madam, let me tell you one thing. In England. Because the guy don't live in England. The time he been in England, he take bus. I don't see that mind. He take the bus. He know about sufferness. He see himself, we the wear self, not a good one thing. He don't live in London. He goes to the time he go school. Understand? He sabi about sufferness. If he don't come bus himself come from power, he know about sufferness. He oversight people they put in the suffer. But this, if you look at Salon now the last country fully get coronavirus. But Salon now people don't get more new cases in Salon than any Liberia or Guinea, more deaths in Salon than these two countries. So because of the government, they neglect people there, they know they take care, they just eat the money. Now I've been talk last time. before this coronavirus they can. Now say this government they want the coronavirus come. Because that's the way they get for make money. That's the time they get for make money. That's the time they get for put them pocket. So person they see that they don't take 20 billion go buy new Jeep there. Why the people who want to work on the front line, they don't get them payment, they don't get allowance, they don't do nothing for people who are in a quarantine, when they get the food. So far, now so many stop, now so done a young contribution today. So we're not going to say again for say God no love you, God love us. We're not going to say again for say God help Salo. Now we step now we get for help yourself. We look about these two parties. If in any election the guy again, we'll look for another extra neutral party. I'm not putting at the same people in Salo. But no left them two parties, then they SLP, APC there, because if we still continue to vote for them people there, let me tell Salo, lo yes no for say na halaki no more deeper. So now my contribution on this. Thank you very much for giving this platform. Thank you
very much, Musa. Thank you, sir. Yes, caller ID live on air. You name and the call from, please.
Yeah, good morning to you. Lady Nancy Squire, the people from Australia.
Yes, Squire. You get 3 minutes,
sir. Thank you for the program.
Okay.
Yeah, I say thank you for the program. And say congratulations to Aisatu, doctor at the house, for a job well done. But it's not easy for go to and can constantly. Thank you very much. I want to talk about the motorcar we I understand because I see on our page we then buy and Okada then we then buy. Now the problem this what we talk in the country we don't get priorities. We don't get priorities at all. For anything at this life if we do. Unless if how much billion or $1 billion you get right now Tripoli, you don't set your priorities right, you are failing. So now the thing in this way we get for the do. People in the pay coronavirus money. People in the contribute to coronavirus fund. Waiting we they do with them funding. They waiting at the plan so we get. How much percentage of that they go to the health workers then? How much percentage they go to vehicle equipment the way we take for first the coronavirus? How much percentage will go to medical things? Long not forget say people right around the world all man they suffer. America they talk about recession. Even Australia themselves right now for export. China because Australia want for investigate this. Australia they support to investigate China. China now not agree for take Australia product. Because Australia they produce over 90% of what's in the eat. So now then they export to China. So now then they talk about almost $1 billion wouldn't they for loss from China because China now the farmers Australia see why una they support this thing. Una now we trade partner them like we get bilateral relationship. Una they support this thing against we. So like we get for think about that. Say nobody not get for can support we. Wait till we get the small resources where you get now we manage for take care of we self and try for do things that we go move the country go forward. We really need for think again. We leaders them, then like how they say this get for come and change we do how they live for a long time, they get for live with we get for land for live with this sick. So now so we get for land for say we resources them, now we get for manage them. We get for land for take care of ourselves now. Then we totally depend on outside world for take care of we. Thank you very much, Tripoli.
Thank you very much, C-Square. Thank you.
Thank you, bye.
All right. This particular leaked document, if you be say na fake, the Office of the Attorney General for don't come and debunk them. Say waiting we see na false information and a fake document. And if you listen keenly to Dr. Kandeyum Keller, the first thing he try for set the premise for the interview, he say, na una call me. He try for clear and for say 98.19 column. Meaning not to in because of waiting he talk na the parliamentary group a leak. Make them not feel say maybe he's the one champion this whole leaked document. Himself claims he see this document on social media. And because he see him, he reach out to incumbent parliamentarian na dem forum. Even that forum, the thing where they leak and boko, so they get to be careful waiting in the right day. But anyway, this now for we own. We like waiting happen. So illegally. So because illegally, it don't come now the public domain, and people are talking about it. The first documents don't leak, the constitutional documents don't leak, and so we know about them. Then Intox say, this two are so correct too. That one day back don't leak. We know about them. 98.1 contact them. When they contact them, he say, now una call me. So that Parliament no go all and tomorrow say, you see this thing, then you go na media, you go begin talk about them. Even during the interview, he reiterate them again say, now he make enough for be even don't come na the media for can't talk this thing. But oh well, it don't be out there. So then they ask him, say, well, in case you know before you make statement, you be check say this not go everything. He say, me and government who don't talk. So we don't talk. So now, if you listen them words then they, you know say this document not good. But even if the person we write them, no can tell we say na writer, but he no can tell we back say na lie. And in this day and age inside Sierra Leone, you know how much thing that they debunk for saying a lie. So we take and say that's good. Now I make some people and they say, would I ever leak this document? Then be just one test for see what thing go happen. You remember the same thing be happen at Parliament. We then go then pass. The president backlash come. Then go back. Then go correct them. This same one back don't come again. You not pass it, but backlash don't come. Backlash don't come. So because backlash don't come, now we don't hear back say they don't go correct them. So we still do it for waiting for come after this one, the corrected one, waiting for look like. But everybody they talk. The thing about Sierra Leone, I let them see the best person for the job. This day and age salon, 2020 salon, 20th May, Sierra Leone. I let them see the best person for the job. As long as that person there, you not get political influence, they not go get him. With all the failings where they be in COVID-19 management, from that first one where happened at Leone Airport Hotel, that was a failure. To all the other failure they hold on the area, nobody not losing job yet. You notice that? Say from where COVID-19 come, with all the lie them, because then go show the president in at the hotel, this everything is clean and settled, ready for COVID-19. When they begin quarantine now, we find out not to be in true. And then they back there even kind and turn on politics. But we should say the chief minister go say sorry. But nobody no lost in job yet. You remember Ebola? You know what that be there? Waiting be happen. We then can find out say, this one, even though they pull and they put them back on side, but somebody be lost the side sit down. So how we go show seriousness now when nobody no lost job yet? But who failure don't they wait for make people they lost their job? But who failure don't they? But why would they bio the one them who we know say can't deliver? We can't deliver. Why we still bio them? Will they get appointment based on political affiliation, or will they get appointment based on people that can do the work? People who are able to do the work. People who are able to deliver. What kind of appointment will they get? Then go say, they don't bring Dr. Alpha Khan, they don't bring Dr. Julius Spencer, they don't bring eh? Who that all lost job? They are do, but nobody know come on. So which means say they approve what the people and they do. They approve that. But if we want for fight COVID-19 as Sierra Leone, if we want for make COVID-19 done, definitely somebody get for team up. Somebody get for team up and say, this not also is for be. Every time people in the complain about quarantine center, every time people in the complain about quarantine center, then go FBC isolation center, the treatment center, people in complaining, nobody no lost job. So, it makes sense to you? Before that way they complain, it go viral, then can they fix her? Which kind of Barcelona we get right now inside COVID-19? We they try with level best? We they try. We they try, and if you look at the media houses, then they try. Now make anybody wake up one can talk say COVID-19. Not for this platform. COVID-19 this alone, and it's real. Because not only that, now it go make you able forget life after COVID-19. If not, you go lose her. COVID-19 this alone. It did. Not so because your papa no able pull money in a house, you feel say angry naughty. Not so because of that. So we can't begin say ide. But waiting they hold up the fight. Waiting make the same story from the first day na that place na Lungi. From that first day, 30 day, na the same story with the na the quarantine center there. 30 day, na the same story with the na some isolation center there. 30 day. Why? Why? And people won't speak about these things. They just prefer for say, hey, you know it's in now we party. It's just everybody that speak like whatever I'm saying now. Then we will say, oh, somebody's not gonna now opposition. This is not about opposition. This platform is not for anybody political party. But even you know what will be nice? For you for support this particular government, for you for proudly the Naki chasing you na SLPP, and you see something going wrong and you say, Papa, no, this one is not correct, sir. But the saddest part is, yes, everybody need for belong. Me, I not belong because I know the vote. Me, I know the vote, so I not belong. Why? Okay. It go fine, make you safe, call who side and they listen you, and you get a party card say, this one way they go, so you're not fine, you're not correct. But every time we are ready to defend a political party, every time, and waiting for happen good for the people is going down the drain. Because anybody will talk, the reality, then say this person na opposition. No, not opposition. But you need for sometimes take off your political glasses, take off your party glasses, and see things in reality. Because the way it is, we are losing all. And also people are not going here. But if from the 31st, even before the 31st, because I think it was around the 20-something way, then be locked the airport way, then begin quarantining people, the way that thing go viral. From that time, before we even get the first case to today, we still read the same thing there. So, now so one fight COVID-19 as alone. Everything has to do with politics. Everything. And even the COVID-19 response team. I think, to me, personally, the COVID-19 response team, well, everybody gets in. Me, I feel say they need an overhaul. That team day. Because one thing, then go tell we today one thing tomorrow, then tell we other thing. The mistake they don't do boku. Then go tell we one thing today tomorrow, another thing. They need an overhaul. Are they doing a good job? Yes. But they need an overhaul. This salon where we get. Now, I talk on before COVID-19 go salon. I say because as Sabi Salon, who go one turn champion. You know, the number them, now the death rates now. Look where people, yes, a question was asked about Dr. Minkailuba, and we were told after they say the test are positive. But we see the thousands of people will be there by the bearing. We see how they handle the cops. And later, the journalist say, he contact the family, say, let me tell now. The family say, no, nobody not tell them. Because if na be positive, then a burial team for be better. So even then now, they bring some question. And it saddens me for see, whenever we post the daily COVID-19 update, when you go there, na so sarcastic comments they see. Una people then go die, now you know this alone, now una go die, now una all they do this. Why? We no one for feel say, where would they come here every day? Na idleness. The atmosphere that if nobody no recognize, the breeze for the blow, go no say, we do we own part. And I know they are listening. They know, say a network. And then they listen. But please, when they listen, una not just take and say, these people, then at the diaspora, una left them, then get free internet, then just one talk. No. Lockdown or no lockdown, we are here. Now the love and passion. You know Amos, how for they make, if I no consider ya? You know Amos how they make, if I not give me time, for make we get the truth about Sierra Leone, the land that we love. Before Sierra Network team up soon, I just try for I try for work with a couple of other media houses, and it never worked. Because from the day where I come, I find out something is lacking. And because of that, in the way they lack, we get Sierra Network. And we done it for years now. But sometimes it's just like say, my dear, just full up and go for another thing. Na salon, na so it turn. Just left them. But no. Because now people in their lockdown, everybody they do Facebook Live for talk about salon. Everybody. You self know that. You left here now, you go meet almost other people. Everybody don't create you. But now one thing where I don't want to make we forget. Salon, idena wean. Salon, idena wean. All the past politicians, them we don't hurt Salon. You see how they end up? Me, I know they call name. All the one they way hot Salon. All the one they way make we dey usai we dey so. Check their history. Check how they end up. The one the way bring go on now. The one you just check. So Salon, you think you do me, you do yourself. Na in a Salon. We small, Mama bless we with a lot. But if we can't handle them, if you dey in power, you dey in a position for help the people, you dey in a position for deliver service to the people, you dey in position for make lives then change in a Salon. You fail for do them, Salon go haunt you, Salon go come after you. Salon no ki left and so. Just think back. And you go no save Salon no ki left so no more. So because I know one for be na that part day, because you self no one for be day, make you no work another road day. If you feel say you get a position and your position is being compromised, paddy, give up. Give them up. Give them up. And go back to Usa you come out. But the big problem, now because we feel say, na political appointments no more, then go able make we make an alive. Now a big problem. Eh? We get a voice. Not so? When they say monologue, everybody want to listen. Not to politics spoil them. The voice is no more there. The change we can force is no more there. But if you be team up, team up, a different tool for the talk now. So, now one Salon we get. Make we take care of them. Because if we fail, if they give you position, you fail for deliver. If they give you position, you fail the people. Trust me. You ending. Check history. Check history. May God help we in a Salon. But for God for help we self get for help we self. If you go the wrong way, not to go they go grab you, come out in the wrong way. Because waiting do, you get a mind of your own. You get a mind of your own. May God bless we all. May God make we get a better Sierra Leone. We always can get time for choose election time. Make we make the wise decision. And make we able for speak up. Even if not that party they would represent. Make we able talk where we see something we correct and also where we see something we wrong. Till we meet again tomorrow. Tripoli say, Tata.